Hey everybody, Cade Smith, Superintendent, New Braunfels ISD. Today I wanted to show you our latest demographer's report that was presented to our school district and our Board of Trustees this past December, right before Christmas at our December board meeting. This information was collected and studied this past fall around October. And what it's going to do is going to kind of give us a glimpse into the future of what 10 years will look like in New Braunfels ISD for student population growth, with us being a fast growth school district. The entire presentation is on our website. I'm going to walk you through bits and pieces of this today and kind of give you the gist of it. You can always go to the website and take a look at the entire report, and you can always reach out to us on any questions that you have. So let's go ahead and get started, and let me get out of the way here. So on the first slide, what I want to show you, this is the annual enrollment change. This kind of gets you going into the report, and I'll introduce the colors that we've got here. When you see an orange color coding, that is this year, and so you can take a look at this year. We've got 600, or had in October when this was done, 669 kindergartners, and you can go all the way across and see that we've got 659 seniors right now, and a total of 9,635 students. When you see yellow, that is the fastest, or I'm sorry, not the fastest growing, the largest class that we have. So our largest grade that we have is our first grade with 772. Green is our second largest, 754. And if you take a look at last year, our ninth grade class from last year was our largest class, with our second grade being the second largest class. Over here on the growth, we grew by 353 students. That is about a 3.8% growth for the school district. If you look last year, all during during COVID and everything that took place, this was a constant trend across the state, is that enrollment declined, and we dropped 259 students. We got back on track this year with our growth. So there's kind of the start of the presentation of where we were, where we are. You can see in 2017 we had about 8,900 students, and that has moved up to 9,635. This report is going to show you some housing market trends, and that you can take a look at. You can look at the graphs, and you can see on the last 3 years what the housing market has done. This is no secret at all in this area what this housing market has done, and across the nation. But for us specifically, sales have gone up from 2020 to 2021. We've gone from 29,601 sales to 31,852. The average home price in our area went from $281,000 to $328,000. That went up, but what went down are the total listings. We had 77,595 total listings last year. We only have 46,158 this year. And the months that homes are on, basically for sale, has gone from 2.8 to a month and a half. They are being put up, and as you well know, they are being sold pretty quickly. So this kind of just shows you the housing market boom that has taken place. We'll stick with the region, stick with the area. You can see we rank number 7 on annual closings in the area. Annual starts, we had 1,084 starts by this third quarter for us this past year. We had 874 closings. We have 605 homes that were on inventory. That means that are being sold in October. VDL, if you see VDL, that is a vacant developed lot. 672 of those. What that means is there are 672 lots that are available right now that you can go buy and you can start building on essentially tomorrow. They have electricity, they have septic or sewer, they've got all the utilities. You can go buy those lots right now and start building. Futures, this is one that we definitely have to keep an eye on. We have almost 8,000 future lots that are being developed in New Braunfels ISD alone, not including just with Comal. If you had Comal in there in that area, we jump up pretty big. But just in our school district specifically, 8,000 future lots that are being designed for the upcoming future. Some heat maps to show you. When you see red on these heat maps, the annual closing is greater than 200. You can take a look on the west side of town, in the very Mander Creek, Copper Ridge, Vintage Oaks. All of this annual closings really taking off. Down here in the Klein Road area, it is also the Klein Road Elementary Zone. It is taking off, and you can see also the top 10 subdivisions by elementary zone on annual closings. The Veramendi subdivision in the Lamar zone has 153 annual closing. Boss Farms 149, and you're going to see a trend on all these of the Veramendi, Lamar, Voss Farms, Klein Road throughout most of this presentation. Here's the vacant developed lots. If you want to go buy a lot and start building tomorrow, the majority of them are in the Veramendi subdivision in the Lamar zone. You can also get into the Klein Road and the Veramendi zone as well. But there's the elementary zone of Lamar, Veramendi, Klein Road across the board. Futures, where are these future lots in New Braunfels ISD? Well, they're going to be the finish out of the Veramendi subdivision, the Veramendi project. That's where most of them are, but then that's coming in really close behind them. Well, not so much close, but you've got quite a bit of growth that is occurring and that is projected to occur in the Klein Road area. So of the 7,000 future lots, you've got 4,500 that are in the Veramendi build out. Here's the district housing overview of where all the subdivisions that are kind of taking place, that are kind of being built on and being developed right now across the district. You can look at these. The active lots that we got are in green. Future lots that are coming online are in yellow. If they're in a red square outline, that means there's some groundwork that's actually taking place. So we've got active lots that are in Vintage Oaks over here, but we've also got groundwork that is taking place as well, and that is getting ready to push some more towards Vintage Oaks. Same thing in the Veramendi zone right here. This is an active subdivision, but there are also have excavation that's taking place and getting ready for more lots to come online. I'll go through a couple of these, and this is really where the report, you can get into some more detail. If you want to go through every one of these district housing overviews and where these subdivisions are, you can go through every one of these. I'm going to go through a couple to kind of just to show you an example. Lamar zone, the Veramendi subdivision, there are 5,141 total lots in this area right here. 4,568 are futures. 243 are occupied right now. 115 homes are under construction. There's 201 vacant developed lots. Go buy the lot. You can start building on today. And there's some notes also down in here, some information that was gathered by Zonda Education, our demographers. Equipment is on site for 296 lots for units 14 and 16. They're building about 150 to 160 homes a year that are starting at 250,000 and going up. The current student yield, when you see this number, that's an average, and what that means is that for every home that is being built or developed in this subdivision, there's essentially 0.49 students in that home. So for every home, there's half a students in our projected number. So when you're doing the math, 2 homes will get you 1 student for us in New Braunfels ISD. Let's go to the other side of town and take a look at some of these subdivisions as well. Voss Farms, 852 lots, 792 occupied homes, 57 under construction. They closed 149 homes in the last 12 months. What the demographer is trying to show you here is that these futures and these lots over on this side right here are being cleared off, built, and sold very quickly. Anticipated to be built out by 2022. Starting price is about $240,000 a home, and the current student yield is 0.508. Legend Point, same information. Equipment on site for 87 lots in Phase 5. There's street paving going on. They're building about 85 homes a year at $190,000 and up. The current student yield jumps up a little bit. in Legend Point. And Preston Estate is the same thing. Current student yield jumps up a little bit to 0.72. So you can go back through the report and you can go and look at every one of these district housing overviews if you want to, and it will go through this specific information that I just showed you. Here's where our students are right now. There's 9,600 dots on this map right here. And you can see that where everybody is located. There are some dots that are outside the school district. You may be asking, who are these students? These are employee students. So we allow transfers for employees, students. So these are employees that have students that are coming in. And so New Braunfels ISD has about 184 students residing outside the school district. That's about 2% of our total student population, and about 5,200 students, or 55%, reside within the city limits of New Braunfels ISD. All right, we're going to jump to the numbers and let you see what all of this information brings as far as the growth in New Braunfels ISD. Here's the 10-year forecast by grade level. Once again, you got orange, you got yellow, you've got green. You've seen this information at the top. That's what I started the presentation with. If you can quickly go down and you begin to see and look, and you can look at 9,600 students and you can watch the growth go in 10 years. It is projected to be, we're projected to be at 13,435 students. You can watch the growth each year by students in Zonda Education's projections for us. You can also see some 1,000s start to pop up as far as total number of students per grade level. That's the 10-year forecast. You can look at your child's grade level, and you can simply, if you've got a 4th grade student right now, you can continue to watch that grow from 674 to 713. 705, and it's going to continue to grow to maybe where they graduate with 718 students in their graduating class. So you can take a look at that for your children. This chart takes that information and it breaks it down by campus. So we'll take a look at Carl Schurz Elementary. Right now, the capacity is 500 students. There's 358 right now, and with the zoning of Carl Schurz, you can go across and you can see the growth in Carl Schurz. Let's go through the ones that we talked about that were really kind of hot topics on some of these maps and information. Klein Road is one. Capacity right now is 725. If you recall, in the 2021 bond, we brought to you and you all approved us to expand that, add some classrooms to that. That is going to go to 900. So the capacity will jump up to 900 on Klein Road and also Boss Farms, according to the 2021 bond. However, right now, we left it at 725 because that's where it is today. When you see yellow on this chart, it means that campus is going to be over capacity at that time. So Klein Road, 725. This is why we brought you that information to try to expand that and get us to where Klein Road, when it gets to 900, it will be over capacity at 2025, and we don't anticipate building onto Klein Road from there, much like we are not at Veramendi or Voss Farms. But you can see the growth here. You can see Lamar. It jumps up pretty quick from the Veramendi growth that we've got, and it becomes over capacity at 2026. Veramendi, Veramendi Elementary, over capacity next school year and beyond. Voss Farms is going to be over capacity. We also have 2 middle schools. We opened up New Braunfels Middle School. 1,500 students is the capacity of New Braunfels Middle School. Y'all, with our growth, we are going to have both middle schools projected to be over capacity by 2027. And so you can look at this. So we did not put the yellow at New Braunfels High School. We should have. It's projected to be over capacity in 2023, 24. With the 9th grade center turning into Long Creek by 2024. So these numbers will go down, and these numbers will rise up at the high school. So the areas of concern, you can pretty much pick out that we've got some concerns on the Veramendi Lamar area. We've got some concerns on Voss Farms and Klein Road that we've got to begin to work and make plans and figure out how to stay ahead and get ahead of this growth curve. And we've also got some middle school concerns that we are eventually, at some point, we're going to have to open up and bring to you a third middle school is what it looks like based off of these projections. So wanted to bring this information to you. The report closes out, it closes out some key takeaways for this. You can see where we are now. You can see where we hit 10,000, 11,000, and then 13,000. Got to bounce back with increased enrollment housing from COVID. One of the top 10 annual starts and annual closings in the San Antonio region, and we've had 670 lots that are available to build on. The largest future housing growth projected to occur in Lamar, Klein Road, Barramundi elementary zones. And 10,000 students next fall. 5-year enrollment gets us over 11,000 students, and 10-year enrollment gets us over 13,000 students. So some of this is a little bit tough to swallow. However, we're going to take this information. We're going to go to work. We're going to figure out a way to address this demographer's report and bring you all some options and continue to try to move in this fast growth school district and serve you at the level that you expect us to serve in New Braunfels ISD. Thanks for taking some time to take a look at this. Feel free to reach out to me if you've got any questions at all. Of course, these are still projections. Anything could happen. But they're pretty safe bet, y'all. If I'm honest with you, so we'll get to work for you and serve you in this community. Thanks for your time today, and thanks for allowing me to serve you in this district.